When you request a taxi or a rideshare in China these days, you are likely to be picked up by an electric vehicle or EV with a distinctive green license plate. When you get in one, you see all sorts of fancy gadgets. This one has a small AI robot on the dashboard that responds to your commands and sits to massage your back. And when you are running low on charge, you don't have to plug in and wait. Many stations can swap out batteries in a few minutes.
NIO's Robotaxi is ahead. There's this video going viral here in China. It's NIO, unmanned, nobody's in the car, and it's driving by itself, and it goes to a swap station and swaps into a fully charged battery and drives out by itself. No human intervention at all. What this proves is that in the future, when there's robotaxis, replenishing the charge is a very important aspect, of course. Now, naysayers will say, hey, Tesla's ahead in the robotaxi game. They're not. At the end of the day, when those robotaxis run out of charge, you still got to get somebody to plug the charger in. What, you're going to get a fleet of people to get them to just charge the cars? That's still human intervention. That's still manned. In that aspect, NIO is way ahead of Tesla. And herein lies the very interesting question. Is robotaxi even possible with Tesla? Because for their cars, you would have to get people to plug the charger in. And even if they develop the robotic arm charger, that's going to be very difficult to implement. And also, they have to retrofit existing superchargers to be able to do that. Whereas right now, NIO has 2,000 swap stations, and about 80 to 90% of those are Gen 2 and above swap stations. And that means that those stations are all capable of swapping unmanned. Nobody's inside, no intervention at all. And so you actually have a situation where the owner of their car in the future could just, sleep at home and have their car go work as a robotaxi. And then if they're out of charge, you don't even have to worry about it. Just let it go swap. It's going to go swap by itself and come do all the robotaxi stuff. You don't have to do any sort of human intervention. Whereas with a Tesla robotaxi, you would have to worry about, oh my God, it's going to run out of charge. Maybe it can't go that far. It has to drive back home and I have to go plug it in. All that kind of stuff. So in terms of infrastructure alone, that is usable for robotaxi fleet, NIO is ahead. All right, and clearly you can tell this is just next level stuff, right? No human intervention. It's just much better than Tesla. So you can tell why a lot of other companies, Chang'an, Geely, have signed a deal to, essentially go after this tech, because this tech is just amazing.
The Chinese car companies are the most competitive car companies in the world. So I think they will have significant success outside of China, depending on what kind of tariffs or trade barriers are established. Frankly, I think if there are not trade barriers established, they will pretty much demolish most other car companies in the world. So they're extremely good.